Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Saudia B. To start, I'm just gonna put something on my lips. You do not have to use this, but this is what I use to just prep my lips. Is this Chanel Rouge Cocoa Balm. Looks like so. And I'm just gonna put it on my lips because I feel like when you put something on your lips before you do your makeup, when it's time to like do your actual lips, your lips are already hydrated and everything else just goes on perfectly. So I already wash my face like I normally do with my normal skincare routine, but I'm just gonna add some Pond's Dry Skin Cream Facial Moisturizer. I like this because I feel like it's universal to all skin types and it just really makes your skin feel really rich and hydrated. You need a good base when doing your makeup so that everything just kind of just floats and melts into your skin. So I'm just gonna start with that. I'm gonna add a few different primers, but this I just love to use. I just feel like you can already see the difference in the skin. So good. Then I'm gonna use the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Dew Drops. I just started using this, but I really love it. I got it as a tester and I've just been obsessed with it. So I have to go get the real deal because look, it doesn't even wanna come out, but I just add a little bit like under my eye. Just the places where, you know, we're gonna be adding a good amount of product. I feel like nowadays, that's like my really, like, that's my favorite part of doing my makeup, just like my skin and just making the makeup look as flawless as possible. And I feel like that's key, like your priming and everything, your base is what's key. So then I'm just gonna go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I feel like everybody uses this, but this is really like the real deal. Like, this is really good. And I just pat this in. Like, I don't even really rub this in. I just like pat and start getting the face warmed up. I literally do all of this before I do my makeup because, like I said, base is key to doing a good face. So yeah, now that we have that done, we're gonna hop right into foundation. I'm just gonna pull this turtleneck down a little bit because this is Wolford and I'll be really, really, really disappointed if makeup got on it, but I think we're good. For foundation, I literally swear by this product. Like, I would die on a hill for it. I know that sounds really dramatic, but I really would. I feel like this product just, it's unbeatable. I used to be obsessed with the NARS, and I still am, but I just feel like this just works for any weather. It works for any occasion. Like if you have to go somewhere where you're gonna be sweaty, if you're gonna go somewhere where it's humid, you're in hot weather, cold weather, this is good. And I have the color 10. So I'm just gonna take one pump of that, literally one pump, and I let the product like warm on my hand a little bit. And then I'm just gonna start putting it on my face. I focus more on the darker areas because as Black women, we have hyperpigmentation. So yeah, I need to get a mirror. We have hyperpigmentation. So we just wanna make sure that we're really focusing on the areas that need it and not just adding product to your face. So I literally just do that. And then I take this Morphe M439 brush. It's just like a little fan brush like that. And I'm just gonna start patting my skin like so. And you can see how flawless this product goes on. Like, and I literally leave this part open. Like, I don't bring the product up farther than this because I just feel like once you add your concealer, you don't want too much product under your face. I feel like the less product, the better. That's my motto. And then I just take whatever excess is on my hand and just work that product in. And see, it looks like it's already bringing your face together. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer in the shade 1110. I love Charlotte Tilbury. This is like one of my favorite beauty brands right now. I feel like every product that I've tried for her has been a hit and hasn't been a miss. So right now, this is the only concealer I use, and I'm just gonna take a few dabs of the concealer right under my eye, like so. And then I'm just going to start contouring my nose also. Then I'm gonna start shaping my nose contour. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of concealer at the point of my nose, at the bridge of my nose, and then just whatever's left on my little applicator, just put it on my forehead. I don't really like to add too much concealer to my forehead. Personally, I just feel like it doesn't work for me, but that's where, if that's like your normal step, you can add it in. So to work my concealer in, recently I've been loving using a brush. So I'm just gonna use the Morphe M173 brush. It just looks like this. Doesn't wanna focus. And I'm just gonna start patting it in to my skin. Just patting it, bringing it down. But as I'm bringing it down, I'm like loosening my brush up so that it starts to fade into that foundation. I make the ugliest faces when I'm doing my makeup, but you make the ugliest faces so that you can have the most beautiful face. And I'm just gonna start bringing it out like this. I'm trying not to cover you guys, but I'm just gonna start bringing it out. I like to leave a line, like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I like to leave a line right under, like right going from the corner of my eye out, because I feel like it starts to make your face like pull up. And I love using a brush instead of a beauty blender recently. I just feel like it just gives like, so then I'm gonna just, to blend it just a little bit more, I'm just gonna take a beauty blender on the edges and just pat it into my skin, like so. Boom. And then I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and then just like work that product into my forehead. So we're slowly starting to build the face. This is when the face, in my opinion, starts to come together, because you only need to add a few more steps and like you start to look like that bitch. I recently have been using cream blush and powder blush, because I feel like it just makes you have that like baby doll look, and that's what I'm always going for. I love a bright under eye and rosy cheeks. So we're just gonna use the By Mario in the shade Pale Peach. I love this product because it's a 2-in-1. It makes doing your makeup so much easier. We love something that makes it easy. So I'm just gonna take, and I literally just dab it on my face like this. Dab, dab, dab. You see? Just dab it, and then like I said, this is a 2-in-1, so I just flip it on the other side and I just pat. I don't rub like this because I want the product to stay in place. I'm gonna give myself a little smile just so that I know where, you know, I want the product to stay. And I'm like just having fun with it. I'm not really like placing it too much. I'm not being really strategic about it. I'm keeping my inner eye concealer like light, and then I'm just bringing the blush all over, like bringing it down, having fun with it. I feel like anytime I like take my makeup too serious and I'm like, okay, I'm about to slay my face, it always looks the wockiest. I feel like when I let loose and just let the product just do what it do, I always look the prettiest. So have fun with it. Have fun with everything in life, but have fun with doing your makeup. So now I'm just gonna add one more cream blush because like I said, I've really been obsessed with the cream blush. The Double Take powder and cream brush from Patrick Ta. It's in the shade She's a Doll. I love this product because it's another 2-in-1. It has the cream at the top and the powder at the bottom, and I'm actually gonna use both, but I'm not gonna use the powder one until we start setting our face. So I'm just gonna take this Sephora brush. It's a Sephora foundation brush, a pro foundation brush, but I like it for my blush. I just dab a little bit there and do the same thing that I did with the Makeup by Mario product, but just with this one. And I'm just gonna smile and start packing that blush on. I feel like smiling helps because then you know like exactly what point of your cheeks you want to place the product on. And I'm a little rough when doing my makeup. Like I'll be trying to get it in there. So that's it for our blushes. I'm gonna go back in with the little brush that we have for our concealer, and then just like go back in and touch that up. But you see how like doing those two things literally already started giving you that airbrush look, in my opinion. So boom, there we go. Now, I don't normally contour my cheeks. In my opinion, I just feel like when I start to do that, it starts to make my makeup look a little harsh and my face look a little harsh. But this product, I will add a little bit of it, and this is the Patrick Ta and Tan 2, the cream foundation and finishing powder duo, another 2-in-1. And that's just some excess powder on top. Another 2-in-1. I'm gonna use a little bit of the cream with this Morphe M523 brush. And literally just take a little bit and just carve out the cheek. A little, and then just put like whatever excess is on the brush around your forehead just to start warming the face up. But just to start warming the face up. But I really don't like to contour my face. Like for me, it just doesn't work. I haven't found the right method for it, and I feel like even when I've gotten my makeup done, it just really makes my face look really harsh because I feel like I already have a really chiseled look. So yeah. Now I'm gonna start my nose contour, which I always do last. I've had this IT Cosmetics brush for years, but this, I can't even tell you like the name of it. It's just this little small brush that looks like this. Don't mind my nails, guys. That's from me touching the makeup. Just gonna dab it in this cream, and now we're just gonna go along our nose like this. I always start at the bottom of my nose because I feel like that's what starts making my nose like come alive again. And I'm just gonna go along the sides like so. I always focus my nose contour like on this area of my nose. Going along the top, along the sides, and bringing it up to the brow. To the brow bone, like just taking all the excess product on the brush and just starting to carve everything in this area. Okay, So and you see how naturally that lighter concealer that we put on our nose just starts to fade away. I actually think that I want to add just a little bit more of that product to my nose because I want my nose to be snatched, okay? The girl's gotta be like, did she get a nose job? Your nose contour has to give like speculation. Like it has to create rumors. Let me just pick that on. I'm gonna use my finger to just blend it in. Okay, so now that all of our creams and everything are down and they are set and they are all put in place, to make it stop from moving all around, we have to set our face. So I'm just gonna use the Ben Nye Luxury Banana Powder. I've been using this since my last makeup tutorial, and I've probably been using it before then. This product has not failed me. Never, not once. So I don't think this is something that I'll ever switch up on. I've tried other things and it just didn't give me that same look that I be going for, and I feel like it never looks cakey on any skin tone. So I literally swear by this product. Like I have not, everything else in my makeup routine has like changed over the years, or I've tried different things. Y'all better go get y'all some. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of it out, like on a little, I normally put it on a palette like this. And then I'm just gonna use a sponge. And before we set everything in place, I'm just gonna make sure that I'm not creasing under my eye. And then I'm just gonna take like this. It should look like this, blowing off any of the excess. And just look at that already, like, yes. Yes, yes. Like, so good, bringing it up the sides of my nose. And it's just like, it starts to make your skin look so yummy. Like that powder, y'all, is undefeated. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of it at the tip of it. And like I said, I like to accentuate that part of my eye and bring it up, because I just feel like it starts to make your makeup look really good. Boom. Blend, blend, blend. Make sure that we don't have no creases and no lines. Anywhere that you see any creasing or anything, just use the excess of the powder all on the rest of the face. Like any of the excess powder that's on here, I just use it on the rest of my face. And then we're done with setting. Like, we're all done. Now to set my nose and to accentuate my nose contour a little bit more, I like to go on with a little bit of that powder on a brush, like so. And just we can't have no product falling on the woofer, y'all. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for the look. And then I'm just gonna take like the very tip of the brush and boom, just gonna go like that. I don't know if it really does anything. In my opinion, it does. I've been doing it for so long, so we're gonna stick to it. For my brows, I'm just gonna go on with the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Caramel. I swear by this product also because I have thinner brows. This just makes them look really full but not too dark and heavy. And I go kind of light with my brows because it's like to go from not really having any to just having a whole little shebang, to me makes me look a little kooky. And I just always like to fan it at the beginning of the brow because our brows naturally fade, like they naturally go from light to dark unless you're one of the blessed ones and you have perfect brows. Normally our brows naturally just like fade. So I'm gonna start to do that with the product too. We're gonna keep it like how our natural brows would be. Okay, boom. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of concealer under the brow. I don't carve over top of my brow. I haven't mastered that yet, but adding a little bit of our Charlotte Tilbury onto the brush, just a little bit. And then just start curving the brow out. Like just literally a little bit. I might actually wipe some of this off. And then whatever is excess on the brush, bring it to carve out the top of the brow. Okay, so that's it for brows. And so now we're gonna start doing the rest of the face. I'm just gonna add a little bit of product on my lid. Two little dabs. And just blend that out on my eyelid. In my opinion, I feel like it starts to make my eyelash pop more. Because I swear by eyelash extensions, y'all. Now that we did that, I'm just gonna add this Chanel in the shade. I don't even know how Chanel does shades, but I want it, it looks like this. And I'm just gonna, it's just like a regular brown powder. I'm just gonna add a little bit of that on this Morphe Ariel brush. It's just like a little fan brush that looks like that. And I'm just going to carve out the top of that. Just go right in my crease. Go right in that crease. And then using the brush that we use to just accentuate our nose contour, whatever excess product is on there from the setting powder, I'm just literally just gonna go like right over top of my lid. See? It starts to give like a eyeshadow, no eyeshadow look at the same time. And then I'm just going to take this little small brush. It's also from the Morphe Makeup by Ariel collab. And I'm just gonna take that same powder like that, and I'm gonna go under. So just adding a little bit to it, to our lash line, to our bottom lash line. Okay, so another thing that I like to do sometimes to bring the eyes together is take this little black eyeshadow. It's just a regular black matte shadow from Sephora. It's literally called, it's called Black Lace. It's just like a regular black shadow. And I'm gonna take this Suva 620 brush. It's just this really, really, really thin liner brush. Patting a little bit of the product on there, dusting off any of the excess. And I'm gonna go from the bottom lash line out. Literally go like this. And just give ourselves a little miniature wing. That's enough. Now I'm just going to brush my eyelashes out. Normally, if I don't have any lashes on or I need to get my eyelashes done, this would be the moment where I would add a falsie, but because they're already done, we're just going to brush them up. Brush them up and out. I don't know why I keep doing my neck like that. I'm trying to make sure that y'all can see me. I haven't done a tutorial in a while, y'all, so work with me. But yeah, okay, so now that we have all of that done, our brows and everything are done, I'm just going to go in with the Legendary Brow Micro Precision by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Dark Brown. And we're just gonna set our brows. Okay, so now your brows are set, you have your foundation and your base and everything done. Now we're gonna add the rest of our powders. So I like to use that same Chanel powder, and I literally just use this little fan brush. This is another one from the Makeup by Aria collection. I love it because I love the color of it, so a lot of my brushes are from there, but I'm just going to quote unquote contour the face, but I'm really just adding it so that if I was to take a picture or anything, you don't have any flashback from all of the powders, like all of the lights that you use. For every cream, you should have a powder. So like we did our under eye with a lighter cream, so we're gonna set it with our Ben Eye powder. We added a little bit of contour, so you had to add a brown contour. We added our cream blush, so you need a powder blush. I hope that makes sense, but yeah, just go like that, and boom. I literally just add a little bit because, like I said, I don't really like to contour, and I feel like the more I add on my cheeks for contour, the kookier I look, and I want to look good for y'all. So now I'm just gonna take this Sephora shadow brush. It's the crease brush. I'm gonna go on with that same powder and just go along my nose. Like I said, I always start at the bottom for some reason. Go along the sides and just adding powder there because we added cream. Bring me up and around like so, and then boom. And then I would just sometimes go back in with the same little sponge that we used and just go back in and add a little bit more powder because we just added. You like want to just bring everything together and make sure everything is seamless. So yeah, now that that's done, I'm going to brighten up my under eye a little bit more. Y'all cannot judge me, but I still use the KKW beauty products. I have not found any powder that does what this does, so I'm just willing to take the risk for the beauty factor of it. Don't come with my comments saying like, oh, she hasn't had makeup out in years, you should throw that away. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Until she comes back and puts this on the shelf, this will be right in my makeup routine. So I'm gonna use that in the shade 3 Bake, and then I'm gonna use the One Size translucent powder. I'm gonna take this brush by Makeup by Aria also. It's just like this little compact powder brush, and I'm going to take the KKW product like so, patting it off. Just like so. In my opinion, this just brings the makeup together, making it look more airbrushed. So now that we did the KKW one, we're gonna go in with the One Size Translucent. This one is a bit lighter than the other two, which I feel like also adds to that baby doll factor. And just doing the same thing, putting it and placing it on the same areas that we placed our concealer. Now that we've done that, we're gonna add our powder blushes. And I'm just gonna go in with the Dior Backstage blush in the shade Rosy Glow 00 Pink. And then I'm gonna use the Creamy Peach Makeup by Mario. These are totally two different blush colors, but in my opinion, when you mix these two together, it just gives you that flawless look. So to apply it, I'm just gonna use the by Mario double-sided brush. So I go in, like for the bigger part of my cheek, I'm just gonna use the Creamy Peach, putting it on the biggest brush, and just smiling and adding it to the cheeks. Like so. And then with the smaller side of the brush, we're gonna go on with the Dior and just literally placing it like that and just smiling and like more so adding it on top rather than with the Makeup by Mario, we're kind of adding it all over. I just want to focus it more like coming into my face. I'm just playing around with it, like flipping both sides of the brush, adding it to the contour of my cheek. In my opinion, I feel like that's what gives me the most chiseled, snatched look, and that's what I want. And then just picking up the brush that we had from before, like going under the eye. And yeah, now we're all done with our face. Gonna add the finishing touches, which are some mascara, the Voluminous Lash Paradise. I swear by this product also. I believe this is at CVS and Rite Aid, and that's what we love. We love something that we can get anywhere for any amount of money, and it works. Inexpensive and effective. So I'm just gonna use, because I already have like eyelash extensions on, I don't use mascara on my eyelash extensions. I'm just gonna use it on my bottom lashes. And then I'm gonna take the Master Chrome by Face Studio Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. This is also from CVS, which we love. So I'm just gonna use this Sephora brush. This is a shadow, a small little shadow brush, and just take a little bit on the brush like that, dabbing off the excess, and just going at the point of my nose again, and the bridge of my nose. That's the only places that I add highlighter. So I do like 1,000 different things for my lips, but I try to keep it all the same. I always go for like the same lip look. And this is always, I always use this. This is the NYX Lying Loud in the shade Rebel Kind. My favorite. Ooh, it's brand new, so. And I'm just gonna go along my lip. I already have really big lips, but I like to still over accentuate my lips. I feel like, you know, you always want that juicy look. And I just add a little bit around there. So then I'm just gonna go in with the Abu Dhabi NYX and the soft matte lip cream. I think this is a, what do they call it? Like a liquid lipstick, yeah. And I'm just gonna put that all over. like so, and let it dry down a little bit before I start adding any of the other stuff. But I most likely will just add my MAC Creme de la Nude. It's just like a lighter nude like that. And just literally adding it in the middle, like so. And then just to top it all off, we're going to use, this is from the beauty supply store. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like mine's always be leaking all over the place. I feel like that's the only downside to getting a lip gloss for $1 that works so good. But I'm just gonna add a little bit of it on my lips. Okay, y'all, so my camera keeps cutting off, but I'm finished my lips. I'm finished everything. This is pretty much how I do my makeup. I keep it really simple, and depending on where I'm going, it's even less than that. So let me know if y'all want to see like a 5-minute makeup tutorial, or when I'm just like, you know, playing around, or I have to go somewhere really quickly. So just to finish it, of course, I'm gonna go with the OG MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just gonna spray the face. Make sure it gets all in. Done doing everything. We didn't set, we didn't powder, we didn't blushed it all out, and now you're the baddie that you are. I like to keep it really simple with my makeup. In my opinion, this is just what works for me. I hope that you try out every single product, or you add something into your makeup routine, or even if you take the whole darn routine. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you tuning in right now. I wish you all good vibes, all good stuff. I hope you're having a great, amazing week, night, morning, day, whatever time you're watching this. And yeah, continue to be the bad bitches that you are. Yeah, get into it.